America loves her. The fans clearly love her. The media likes her. But the players can't stand her. Ninth best guard in the league. Don't try to give me the excuses of, well, she's been struggling lately, or she missed some games with injury. Come on, this is insane.
The Commissioner's Cup win shattered the haters' narrative. Everything changed the moment the Fever pulled off what no one expected. The league's loudest critics thought Caitlin Clark and her team were done. They smelled blood when Caitlin went down with another injury, and they were eager to call her a bust, a fluke, or just another hyped-up name. But this time, the Fever didn't follow the script. The Commissioner's Cup win flipped the entire narrative on its head. Not only did they beat the mighty Minnesota Lynx, but they did it without their star on the court. And that's what really drove the haters crazy. Even ESPN, in a moment of shocking arrogance, declared the Lynx winners mid-game. Yes, they jumped the gun so hard. They humiliated themselves with a headline that aged like milk within the span of 4 quarters. The team that wasn't supposed to win did. And suddenly, the story changed from Caitlin being exposed to the league being exposed for underestimating her and everything she brings to the Fever. From chaos to comeback, the Fever's turbulent season gets a twist. This wasn't how the season was supposed to go. The Fever entered 2025 riding high. Big-name signings, bold marketing campaigns, and of course, Caitlin Clark, a star in every sense of the word. Their explosive opener against Chicago was watched by nearly 3 million fans. But things quickly spiraled. The hate speech investigations cast a shadow. Caitlin's injury sidelined her for 5 crucial games, and Dana openly checked out like a worker who stopped doing her job but still collected her pay. Just when it looked like Caitlin's heroic return against the Liberty might reset everything, she got hacked repeatedly in what felt more like a cage match than a basketball game. And then came the garbage time injury that kept her out of the Commissioner's Cup. No one thought the Fever would survive, much less win. But they didn't just survive. They roared back with an 18-0 run and snatched the trophy. It was a moment of redemption, resilience, and revenge. Caitlin's critics can no longer use the no championship excuse. One of the loudest weapons used against Caitlin Clark was the tired, she's never won a title argument. For years, haters used that to discount her accomplishments, even as she shattered records and carried mid-tier teams to the brink of greatness. ESPN conveniently left her off their list of top 5 college players ever because of it. Meanwhile, Angel Reese, with her NCAA title and unrivaled win, was hyped as the real winner. But that talking point just exploded. Yes, Caitlin didn't play in the Commissioner's Cup final, but it was her 32-point near triple-double against the Liberty that got them there in the first place. She led them past an undefeated powerhouse and put the team in position to win it all. That counts. That matters. And now, for the first time, her name is attached to a professional championship. The excuse is gone. And the critics? They're scrambling for something else to hold on to. The double standards are loud and clear. Here's the truth that no one in the anti-Caitlin camp wants to admit. They're using one set of rules for her and a completely different one for everyone else. When Angel Reese didn't play in her unrivaled championship final, the media still celebrated her like she was the finals MVP. She wasn't even in the building, yet headlines, graphics, and tweets rained down praising her. But when Caitlin plays the biggest role in getting her team to a WNBA in-season title game and sits out the final due to injury, suddenly it doesn't count. And to make it even more absurd, some fans actually claimed the game was rigged. Yes, rigged, to favor the Fever. The hypocrisy is loud, obvious, and ridiculous. Caitlin's haters don't want fairness or consistency. They want her silenced. And when she keeps proving them wrong, they just move the goalposts again. The Fever just proved they're legit, even without Caitlin. For the first time, the Indiana Fever proved that they're not just Caitlin Clark and company. They are a team, and a dangerous one at that. Beating a 14-2 Minnesota Lynx squad on the road isn't just impressive, it's a statement. And they didn't squeak by. They dominated. Natasha Howard was unstoppable. Sophie Cunningham delivered when it mattered most, and Aaliyah Boston and Lexi Hull continued their breakout seasons. The arena was packed with Iowa and Fever fans, making it feel like Carver North. But make no mistake, this was still an away game, and the Fever left no doubt. It was the kind of win that changes how the rest of the league sees you. No longer a team that's only dangerous with their star, the Fever showed depth, heart, and championship DNA. and that should scare every contender in the league. This win unified the team and took the pressure off Caitlin. Sophie Cunningham recently admitted that the Fever had been playing like a group of individuals, not a team. Everyone on their own island. But nothing brings people together like a win, especially one this big. The Commissioner's Cup victory didn't just earn them a trophy, it gave them belief. It healed internal fractures, restored confidence, and reminded the players that they're capable of something special. And for Caitlin, this win is huge. She no longer needs to rush back. The team has proven it can win without her, which means less pressure and more time to fully recover. That's how real contenders operate. They don't just rely on one superstar. They build depth, unity, and trust. And now, Caitlin can come back to a cohesive group, not a desperate one. That makes the Fever even more dangerous moving forward.
Caitlin Clark finished 9th in player voting. In fact, she finished behind one of her own teammates in player voting for the All-Star game. The pettiness has no bounds.
The Fever can now afford to let Caitlin fully recover. There's been serious speculation that Caitlin was pushed to play through injury, not just once, but multiple times. Her early return from her first injury raised eyebrows, and her second one seemed like the result of fatigue and overuse. But now that the Fever have proven they can win big without her, that urgency is gone. After the Commissioner's Cup win, the Fever announced early that Caitlin would sit out the game against the Aces. No more vague game-time decisions or smoke screens. They're protecting their investment, and rightly so. Caitlin gets to rest, rehab, and return when she's truly ready. And when she does come back, she won't be asked to save the season. She'll be joining a squad that's already found its rhythm. That changes everything, for the team, for Caitlin's health, and for their postseason hopes. All-Star voting proves WNBA players still can't stand Caitlin. Despite leading the league in jersey sales, media coverage, and fan engagement, Caitlin Clark finished 9th among guards in WNBA player voting. That's not just disrespectful, it's intentional. It's a message. It's the league's veterans telling her, "You're not one of us." Even one of her own teammates got more votes. That doesn't align with any on-court logic. Statistically, even with injuries, Caitlin's been one of the most impactful players this season. The only explanation left is bitterness, players resenting her rapid rise and the attention she commands. This isn't just a snub, it's a hit job. A childish, coordinated effort to undercut a rookie whose only crime is elevating the league to new heights. It's as if the league is punishing her for succeeding too quickly. But if this voting result was meant to break her spirit, it failed. Because now she has even more motivation. The deeper issue. The WNBA wasn't ready for this kind of spotlight. The WNBA has been backed financially by the NBA for decades, losing tens of millions annually. And now, when someone like Caitlin Clark shows up and finally brings in new fans, viewership, and relevance, many inside the league don't seem to want it. There's a level of comfort with the old WNBA, the one where expectations were lower and criticism was rare. But the Caitlin era has changed that. New fans come with real standards. They want highlights, wins, and accountability. And that makes some players uncomfortable. The league has gotten what it begged for, attention. But now that it's here, some can't handle it. The double standard, the jealousy, the resentment, it's all part of a league in transition. And unless players embrace this moment, they risk throwing away the opportunity they waited decades for. The Caitlin Clark era has officially begun, whether the WNBA likes it or not. Caitlin Clark didn't just arrive in the WNBA. She took it by storm. And the Commissioner's Cup win, even without her playing the final, is just more proof that the momentum is building. Her teammates love her, her fans adore her, and even her critics can't ignore her. The league is changing, whether it's ready or not. This is no longer a quiet storm. It's a cultural shift. And Caitlin's post-game comment, "They're sick," said it all. The hate isn't going to stop. The hard fouls, the snubs, the politics, it's all going to continue. But the only answer to all of it is winning. The Fever have now claimed their first trophy of 2025. And if this team stays healthy and unified, it won't be the last. The WNBA's soft civil war is alive and well. But Caitlin and the Fever just won a major battle. And the next one is coming soon. So here we are. The narrative has flipped, the critics are fuming, and the Fever just sent a message that echoed far beyond the hardwood. Caitlin Clark's journey is no longer just about her individual greatness. It's about a team that believes, a fan base that refuses to back down, and a league that's being forced to reckon with its own contradictions. The Commissioner's Cup was just the beginning, because the next time Caitlin steps on that court, she won't be fighting alone. She'll be backed by a squad that knows how to win, with or without her. So if you thought the story was over, think again. This is only chapter 1. Stay tuned for the next, because it's going to be bigger, louder, and even more unforgettable. And don't forget, if you made it this far, drop a trophy in the comments and hit that subscribe button. You've earned it.